Namaskar and most welcome. All the videos, about 260 by now, in this series, Great Minds, Great Quotes, are dedicated to all the children, seekers and learners of all ages. And the topic for this video is understanding. Now, we can ask, why have great people made comments and suggestions about understanding, which is a natural process for all of us? All of us understand or think we understand and put all our understandings together into a series of understandings by which we live our lives. So why is it important to deepen and to elevate the level of our understanding, the depth of our understanding? And the first quotation is by Carl Gustav Jung. Everything that irritates us about others, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. So from other to self requires understanding, and that is related to why and how we get irritated about others. So everything that irritates us about others. Now the question is, it is not the same thing that irritates all of us. Some people, how they behave, how they speak can irritate us. But we can also ignore it. Sometimes what the music they play or their certain habits of eating can irritate us. But that also helps us our own understanding ourselves. Because when we categorize, when we group everything that irritates us about others, we wonder, why am I irritated by that? That is that person's nature, that person's habit, that person's liking. I should accept it. So the more we accept, the more, if necessary, ignore, we understand our capability of dealing and living with others. That is just one example, and there can be many. So everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Francis Bacon. Human understanding is like an irregular mirror. Irregular mirror means the mirror is not even, it is slanted or broken or cracked, so we do not see any image as it is. We see a distorted image. So, human understanding is like a distorted mirror, a broken mirror, an irregular mirror, which distorts and discolors the nature of things by mingling its own nature with it. So, what is being mingled here? The mirror is mingling its nature. And what forms the nature of the mirror? Because it is broken and in pieces. So the brokenness and scattering in pieces, it's the mirror's nature. Everything it will show is broken and scattered. So the nature of mirror discolors and distorts everything you see in the mirror and everything you understand. So human understanding is like a mirror. How? human understanding is not complete, is not even, and is not clear. So there are doubts, there are questions, there are misunderstandings, there are illusions. All those things are in our understanding. And therefore, everything we try to understand also appears to be distorted and uneven and broken and scattered. So the message here is, if we improve the quality of our own understanding, make it gradually into a clear, connected, even and smooth mirror, then whatever is reflected will also have those qualities. Heinz Zimmer, Heinrich Zimmer, the best things can't be told. The best things, which means higher wisdom, even mysticism, and discourses on truth, reality, consciousness, these kind of topics. So the best things cannot be told. The second bests are misunderstood. So anything less than those supreme topics which cannot be expressed, anything less and you're trying to express is misunderstood. So there's a little pinch of humor, but try to reflect on it and you will enjoy it even more. The best things can't be told, and second best are misunderstood. Sunru Suzuki. When you understand one thing through and through, means complete, full. When you fully, totally, completely understand one thing, you understand everything. How is one thing becoming everything here? What it means is that the process by which you understand any one thing through and through, you apply the same process and you will understand all other things. So having the right approach, right method, right attitude to facilitate understanding is necessary. Then one, second, and all the other, everything you will understand if you can understand one thing completely. You understand everything. Johann Scotus Erugena. Whoever rises to pure understanding becomes that which he understands. So appears a bit vague, but I can perhaps help with one comment, that the right method to understanding anything is to become or try to become what you want to understand. By trying to become that, you will enter it inside, know its qualities, its functioning, its nature, its organization. You'll understand it when you enter into something. When you, the subject, becomes as close to the object, it is easy to know that object. Whoever rises to pure understanding becomes that which he understands. The last quotation is by yours truly. The more you understand, the less you may be understood. So this is kind of a social phenomenon that people in general tend to undermine someone they think understands better. So they try to find faults in your understanding, they criticize you, and if you don't accept their comments and suggestions, they are irritated, they avoid you, and they complain about you. So this is perhaps an element of nature in the public, in society. The more you understand, the less you may be understood. Partly because if you understand, it is difficult to explain what you understand. And it is even more difficult for others to know what you understand or what you are saying. So this kind of confusion one has to deal with in society. The more you understand, the less you may be understood. Thank you for listening. I'll close this video now and we'll meet again soon. Until then, namaste to all of you.